Holy cow. If you come to Wrangell, you gotta do this.
Welcome aboard our home and trawler, Sea Venture. Join us and the crew as we travel, explore, and experience all the world has to offer. We hope your time with us entertains, inspires you to live the life of your dreams. If we can do it, you can do it. So let's cast off the lines and head out for our next adventure.
Hey everyone, we are walking into town today. It's about a mile into town. It's 32 degrees out. There's some leftover snow on the ground and it's low tide. Here is a view of the Reliance Harbor from the south. You're looking towards downtown. Our walk takes us around the harbor and into the downtown area, where today we will show you many of the shops and services that are available in the downtown area. This is from the perspective of a temporary local. All right, Jim, tell us about Svensson's.
Svensson's Marine, they're an aluminum boat builder here in town. And like all the aluminum boats you see around Wrangell almost, plus like the dock carts at the marina, all made by Svensson's Marine. Not to mention, we got them to make us a custom new track for our salon sliding door. So it slides like with a finger now instead of clumpity clump.
We're going to start our tour off today with a visit to Century Hardware and Marine. This is pretty much the go-to place for us as far as trying to find things we need to take care of tasks on the boat. They carry pretty much everything. Across the street is City Market. This is one of the two go-to grocery stores in town, while there's also an organic market and a couple other small shops. This is pretty much a full-service market. They even have a hot food case during certain times of the day. So here's the produce department, and here is when we got the great idea to create the cart cam. So enjoy the ride. What you got, Jim?
Our groceries,
Sweet.
3 bags. And the guy at the checkout's gonna get off working, check out Cruising Sea Ventures on YouTube.
The next gray building is Zach's Grill with burgers and wraps. And across the street is the Cultural Center and the Churchill Building. The Churchill Building houses GCI, which is the local internet, and it houses the Compass Line, which is a little gift shop. This gift shop, I think, is really cute. It's one of my favorites in town. It's run by its proprietor, Tracy, and she is an artist or graphic designer, and she designs a lot of this stuff, and she just has a great collection of cool, gifty kind of items. Some of it is by local craftsmen here in town. Others are things that she's made, and others are just cool things that she has found that she wanted to create for her market. It's definitely a not to be missed shop in town if you get to Wrangell. And that's Tracy.
All right, here in front of the Diamond Sea Cafe, we heard from other cruisers. Great breakfast and place to hang out and have coffee, cinnamon roll, that kind of thing in the morning. It's the only breakfast place in Wrangell. But lo and behold, the Diamond Sea Cafe no longer exists. It has now been converted into Wrangell's marijuana store. So no breakfast, but cookies may be available.
Here is the view outside the Diamond Sea, and as we continue along, we get to a side street that goes to the waterfront and shows a small open air market. We've seen it used a couple of times around the holidays, but it's been pretty quiet. And here is the Stikine drugstore.
Engerman's. Let's go inside and check it out. £53 king salmon. Here in Wrangell, most of the downtown buildings have plaques bolted to the front of them that tell you a history of the different buildings all through downtown and the history, which is really kind of interesting. This building, picture right here, taken in 1908. So kind of cool.
This is the Wrangell Post Office. It's the historic U.S. Post Office and Customs House, which was constructed in 1942. Interestingly, residents of Wrangell do not get mail service. All the mail is delivered to the post office, and everyone gets a post office box. If you're a resident, the post office boxes are free. As non-residents, we needed to pay for our post office box. Since everyone in the community comes to the post office to get their mail, it's become the de facto meeting place for a lot of folks. 2 little cards in our box. These are for packages that are being held in the back. We've taken to opening the packages at the post office so that we can get the contents and put them in our backpacks. It makes them a little easier to get to the boat.
Electric, the company that did our huge electrical upgrade on the boat, because we wanted to order a few little spare parts from them. So let's see what we got. Packing paper, a new label with peanut butter cups,
Oh my gosh.
caramel, for to sell caramels.
Ooh, yum. And a box of treasures.
What did you think about this? And these are a bunch of spare breakers. What we
That we wanted. Yep. Very cool. Woohoo! Wow, with bonus caramel and bonus peanut butter cups. Thank you, Paul and Lori and Heritage Electric. We appreciate you guys and we miss you guys.
It's the Keen Inn, the only hotel really in Wrangell, plus the only sit-down restaurant, except for a hamburger spot in Wrangell. So if you want to go out to a nice dinner, it's the Stikine Inn. Inside the Stikine Inn, pretty quiet right now because they're closed. Open right now in the winter, 4 to 8 p.m. Wednesday through Saturday. We'll come back for dinner and show you the menu and stuff. In the meantime, more bears of Wrangell. strong sentiment in Southeast Alaska, rightfully so. Fish farming in Alaska is illegal, not allowed. And I have no trouble saying, don't buy farmed salmon, buy wild Alaskan salmon. Just my opinion.
She's been going crazy with the baby.
One of our frequent stops. Just beyond the Stikine restaurant and inn is the cruise ship terminal for small cruise ships. Oh. Local police. Good, how are you? The Reliance Harbor back in the distance. And this is the cruise ship terminal.
So let's take a moment and talk about the cruise ship dock. So it doesn't do big cruise ships in Wrangell, just little small cruise ships. I think couple hundred passengers, that kind of stuff that dock here, right in the heart of downtown. This guy's blocked off here, and there's one on the other side as well, because in the winter they take them out. But in the summertime, there's a big ramp and a lower dock down here right at the water level, of floating dock. We can bring the tender right here and can tie it up right in the heart of downtown at this end of town. But not in the winter. No floating docks out of the harbor, not in the winter. Out on the cruise ship dock, mini cruise ship dock here in Wrangell. You turn around, you're looking straight down into the Reliance downtown harbor. Remembering that walking from one end of Wrangell to the other end of town is a 30-minute affair.
And this takes you back to downtown.
In Wrangell, if stuff doesn't come by air, by Alaska Air, 2 flights a day, it comes by barge. The barge arrives here in Wrangell every Tuesday, I think. And it includes like all the groceries that are in the grocery store and anything else that people have ordered and that kind of thing, you know. And so right down here, over here is the ramp right by the cruise ship dock for the barge that comes in and offloads containers. And that is how all of Wrangell is supplied.
And what does AML stand for? Alaska Marine Lines.
There's 2 gas stations in Wrangell. This is one of them here, and they have a little store, but we call this mini Costco because they buy from the Costco Business Center in Seattle that ships up to them, and all they have in the store is the most popular like Costco items. So we call this the mini Costco because there's one Costco in Southeast Alaska and it's in Juneau. 3-day cruise north of here. So mini Costco in Wrangell.
Now we're in the part of town that has a great view of the water, the lot with the, what is it?
Shipping containers?
That's it, shipping containers, and City Hall. And we're on our way to a grocery store on the other side of City Hall. This isn't the first time we've seen a grocery store parking lot with an epic view, but check this out. And we're heading into the IGA, which is Bob's IGA, but I don't think Bob owns it anymore, but it's the IGA in town. So, time to do some grocery shopping. Over the course of the winter months, the IGA has been replacing its refrigerator and freezer cases, and they moved and rebuilt their produce department. It's been fun to watch them reimagine themselves.
All right, Rosie, where are we?
We are at the Stikeen restaurant in downtown Wrangell, and it is the fancy place in town to get some food. But in all fairness, they have an epic pork meal that we're going to get tonight. And they have our favorite beer, the Matanuska 9.2.
9.2%. It's a real one.
Oh, yes, it is.
All right, Rosie, what are we having tonight? I think we're both going to have the same thing.
We are having the whiskey glazed pork chops.
Hey guys, did we get dinner figured out?
We did. Okay, dinner has been served. All right, Rose, what do you think?
Check it out. It looks amazing.
Whiskey glazed pork chop.
Yes. Show off yours.
We both got the same thing.
Because it's the best thing. on
Okay,
the day.
secret. Rosie had it one time before and said it was fantastic, and friends of ours said this is what you got to get when you're at the Stikeen Inn. So here we go.
All right, in the middle of our whiskey pork chop dinner,
Bourbon whiskey pork.
bourbon whiskey pork chop. Holy cow. If you come to Wrangell, you got to do this.
Okay, half done. Damn, this is really good. So you're in Wrangell. You've had your great dinner of whiskey, bourbon, pork chops. You've had two 9.2% alcohol beers.
1.5.
Two. Okay, a little bit of Rosie's.
Yeah.
And you don't even own a car to get yourself in trouble. How do you get home? Still don't walk. You call Johnny's
Johnny
Cab in Wrangell. Operates 24 hours a day. It's like $10 no matter where you want to go, I think. Something like that. I don't know. We're outside this Stikeen waiting for Johnny's Cab to take us back to the marina. Because hell, it's like a mile away and damned if we're walking. Gonna go curl up. Check out if there's anything new from our YouTube channels we subscribe to. Because we never miss those. You shouldn't either. Hint, hint. And have fun relaxing tonight with the kids, right?
Cuddle
With
with
Blake
the
and
kittens.
Barkley. All right.
Yep.
Good night.